Good afternoon, everybody. How many are we on? 7. Let's give it a few more seconds. All right, the recording is in progress, so we can carry on. I'm just going to summarize a little bit about what we did in the 11 o'clock call. We spoke about the procedures. If you invite somebody, think everybody on here knows how the link looks like. But what's important now, if you're in a position where you are asked for a link or you send a link out to one of your invitees, I'm going to basically take you through the whole process on a message. Let's use one of my other phones. You say good afternoon, and then you go to my profile that you're going to log into. How do I get to that page now? There we go. You go log in. This is somebody who I'm assisting with profile. You take a screenshot of the board and you send that to them. So there is the hello hidden behind here, and there's a screenshot of the board. Next thing you do then is to click on these 3 lines. Some people call it the hamburger, and then you send out that screenshot where they can see who it is from. And here is your registration link from Josh Neto. And then you go back to Gift of Legacy, you click on create. It will tell you invited link successfully created. Copy, and you go back to your chat and paste. That's the whole procedure. You say hello, screenshot of the board, screenshot of your profile information, here's your registration link and the link. A lot of you send me links, and then I have no idea who it's from, of which profile it is from. I have no idea who the legend is, and I have no idea who I must forward it to. Remember, I register quite a few profiles on the new line lineage, which is sponsorship profiles, new subline, new cruise line, new caravan line, new track line, new eagle line. But about 75% I forward to other people from the sponsor file or whoever needs to get a profile and is ready with their gifts. That's how I help on the boards. So the basics is very important. Make sure the person that gets a link gets a decent hello, knows how the board looks like, know that it's you or which profile it's been sent from, and then the link. If everybody can do that, it makes life very much easier. Just concerning then the chat groups that we've got open, there's huge amounts of them open currently. Let me go look. I didn't update anything today. Where is the stats file? I'm actually going to go take you through the stats file. Let me just do a screen share again. There's the stats file. First part here is a submarine. That's the amount of people that we, including the open boarding calls that we've got on the submarine. There's 5 goals, the 133 profiles on silver. First board's completed. Version 2 that we're busy with. Version 2's on the boards already. 96 profiles on the third bronze. And then we've got tracks, not so much in detail because he's loading. If the current open boarding course is finished, we'll be over 1,000 there. There's a cruise, caravan, and eagles. And then here at the bottom is the boarding course we're currently working on. The open chat groups, 208 on the submarine, 14 on tracks, 7 on caravan, 10 on cruise, 2 on eagles, gives you a total of 241. There's more than 150 little groups that must still be open. Elise is assisting me with that. What we do in the Telegram group, I will forward the photos. We've got a little group for Festina, Elise, and myself. I will forward all the relevant photos that I received for that board. Elise will then open the chat. When I get to the chat, I make sure that the history is visible, and then I add the compartment or station or deck or ACES or landing number with the boarding call number. Then I'll see what's going on, and I will from there on guide. Whoever requested the group, you will also then be added, and we will ask you to add the other board members in the group. Very easy. The first thing you do, if there's 7 people on the board, we work from there, and then whoever is working in the group, either inviting or sponsoring or taking another position themselves, will start filling the board. If there's a builder 1 or builder 3 open, we will speak to the legend. I'll contact the legend directly and tell him that he's going to sponsor in 1 gift. Because there's a trickle up, he still receives 8 gifts. Very easy rule. If legend don't want to work with me, I stop working on the board. I take the names of every single person on that board, except the legend, and I will sponsor profiles for them in on another board. And that board will stand still. We will never work on it again till the legend come to his senses. Apart from the groups that you requested now, once all the groups is open, we were going to sit with more than 500. I will go down the list on all the vehicles, on tracks, cruise, caravan, eagles, and submarine, and we will start opening little groups for all the open boards, which is on the submarine alone 1,400 plus all the others. It's approaching 1,600, and then we work on the boards. Another thing that I noticed in this week, we just under 900 people in the main submarine group, but there's only 600 on the legend group. Why are we not all in the legend group? One other time you're going to be a legend, and I'll have to guide you through. And then we've got a stats group. I'll later on today post a list of all the groups we got. We've got a motivational group for the people who wants to post photos and messages about unicorns, butterflies, and all those funny things. There's not many people on there. Get yourself in the right groups. I know a lot of you get the urge to post something motivational at least once a day. We have a group specifically for that. I think that's more or less everything. After your registration, or after you send your link out, you just keep on watching the board. Once the board splits off or the whole board is finished, the 2 new legends or 1 new legend is only half splits off, can request a new group. Or anybody on that board then. Remember, if you fill the right side first and it's confirmed, that guide moves to legend. So the 2 builders who becomes guides in, or the legend can ask me to open a new group. And then we carry on. We currently got a compartment 19 board open that we're working on. Somebody got on board and they loaded very carefully and systematically 30 people underneath them. So they moved up. The current legend is in compartment 19. Very good going for that little team. Right, I've got nothing more to say. Is that it? So little, 10 minutes. Questions? Who's got questions? Nobody. Lizette mentioned in the previous call, specifically after Rocky asked about the Lions Club. If any of your groups wants to get together for a Zoom call, or anybody wants to arrange a Zoom call, I will make time. If you want the people to be trained individually or in a little small group, arrange that with me. I'll send out an invite link for a Zoom call, and I'll take them through the steps. Very easy to do presentations. Kana Foundation frequently on a Sunday let me come over, and they got new people there. They got 27 profiles on Gift of Legacy, and they got much more than 54 people underneath them. I'm here to help. I'm here to assist. So if you need somebody to get some people together, organize them. Just give me a time. I'll send out a link. All right. If there's no questions, this is going to be a very short call. Oh, I like it. I can have an afternoon nap, a good coffee and a quick nap. Or is there anybody that's going to ask questions?
Morning, Captain.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. Question. So I have very many perpetual boards before the version 2 process started.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get an idea of where it is worth me putting the effort. Should I work on getting my current non-perpetual boards up to version 2, or should I be focusing on the perpetual boards? You know, we started out with so many profiles, and I don't want to spread myself too thin that I have 50 board chats. You know, I'm trying to get an idea of where should I focus my efforts.
Yeah, what we
That makes
decided
sense.
now, if you're a legend on your first board and the board finish and you want to go to your version 2, you are allowed to request that we place that version 2 on one of your own boards. That's communication between you and me then. If you
That's a
finish
good
your first
idea.
board,
Okay.
you tell me I want to work on my perpetual board, you send me a photo, even if you're not legend, I will then open a chat group for that perpetual board. We do have quite a few board chats open for perpetual boards. You can then load your version 2 on that profile. Let's say you're in guide. So we will work on the one side. If you've got 4 version 2s coming through, you can fill the whole one side. Give the legend, it's a total then of $400, and you move up to legend position. And the next boards at the bottom that you work on, we can load in on that same board. There's quite a few people who we had a small discussion with some of the bigger groups. There's 3 of the group leaders where we targeted specific perpetual boards. So all their version 2s going through goes to 3 specific boards. And once it's full, we work on the next one. We only are on seat 101 now with the perpetual boards going down the list. So if you don't have any preference where you land, you go land on the older, I'll put you on the oldest board. But if you want to land on your own board, whatever position you're in on that perpetual, we can work on that board. I mean, you're doing the work at the bottom, so there's nothing wrong with getting the benefit on your perpetual board. If you're legend and you've got 4 boards at the bottom, we put them on your perpetual board, you go to silver. The next boards that we're bringing through will go for your committed position, 2 gifts for yourself and 1 for the perpetual bronze. It's easy to orchestrate that. Just talk to me.
Okay, I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
We're not gonna force you to work on other people's board. If you do the work at the bottom, you will get the benefit at the top. I don't know how many perpetual positions do you have, but irrespective of how many, let's say you got 4. So that means 32 boards at the bottom. If they cycle through, we can put them on your perpetual boards. Very easy like that. All right, any other questions? It looks like people are still recovering from shopping yesterday. The first Christmas trees is up in the malls. Unbelievable. It's not even 25 November yet. All right, if there's no more questions, I'm going to finish early. Recording will be up in 20 to 25 minutes, depending on the speed of the upload. And then our next call is 7 o'clock South African time, 12 noon American time for the people in America. Anthony, you've got a question?
Yeah, good day, Captain. I want to know if you a builder on one side, and you've got a builder on the other side, and that builder asks you to get her or him or her a link. Will that person fall on your left side, or can that person how can I do it that it will fall on his right or left side?
It depends on which side the boulder is on. Boulder number 1 and 2, whoever you invite goes to the left side of the board. And boulder 3 and 4 will go to the right side of the board.
Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah. Thank you for that,
Yeah.
Captain.
Boulder 1, if there's open positions, boulder 1's invite links get allocated to position 1 and 2 on the gifters. And boulder 2, 3, and 4 on the right hand side, 3 is for 5 and 6, and 4 is for 7 and 8. Last week I showed a sequence of boards where we fold a board where on the right hand side there were no guide and no boulders. That link came out from a gifter position on the left for the right side. But you can also from the left boulder position, if all the positions are full there and they're not all confirmed so that the board didn't split off yet, you can get a link from the boulder to fall on the right hand side of the board. If we want to work like that, I will guide you. I will guide the legend not to confirm all the gifts on the left so that we can get the link over to the other side. In future, they will fall behind. But if you need to fall the one side of the board, very easy. You just don't confirm all the gifts on the one side. Is it more clear for you now, Anthony?
Yes, thank you, Captain.
You're welcome. All right, any other questions before we say bye-bye for a few hours? Ilana, you got a question?
I just want to ask if you don't confirm a gifter, how long do you have to confirm before the system will reject it, or doesn't it happen?
I have not yet seen a gifter being removed off a board if they don't gift within 3 days. One of my uncle's got a profile sitting on a 6th January board. There's 3 gifters that's been sitting there for 4 months. I do know that that person can't log into their profile. They can't go view their board. Once the legend gets a gift and confirm, then you can log in again, or you can go visit your board. We're not pushing people. If you're on a board and for some other reason you can only give in 6 or 7 days, there may be a chance you won't be able to see the board. But once the gifting is done and the legend confirms you, your board will be visible again.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we do have situations sometimes where somebody register and suddenly there's medical expenses or something happens, and then they only give a while later. I had somebody on a bronze board a while ago who took 6 weeks to do the gifting, but it came in. They couldn't log in on the profile, but once I confirmed them, they immediately managed to get to see their board again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Right, then we are done. Unmute yourself, shout bye. See you at 7 o'clock South African time, 12 noon Eastern Seaboard time for the Americans and Canadians.
Thank you,
everybody.
Captain.
Hi, everybody.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.